From the highlands of Ethiopia to the grandest stadiums in the world, one man redefined endurance, speed, and greatness. Kenenisa Bekele, a name that echoes through the annals of athletics. A three-time Olympic gold medalist, a five-time world champion, and the former world record holder in both the 5,000 meters and 10,000 meters. But behind every stride was a story of pain, passion, and persistence. This is the journey of a boy from Bekele who became a legend of the track and road. This is the untold story of Kenenisa Bekele. High in the misty highlands of central Ethiopia lies a small town with a big legacy, Bekele. Visual, local dirt roads, children running to school barefoot, quiet farmlands. It was here, on these dusty paths, that Kenenisa Bekele was born on June 13, 1982. He grew up in a modest home. No tracks, no shoes, just open fields and raw talent. Like many Ethiopian children, Kenenisa ran to school each morning, not as a workout, but as a way of life. But it quickly became clear, his pace was different, his stride smoother, his will stronger. In a town that also gave the world Deratu Tulu, Tirunesh Dibaba, and Fatuma Roba, even in a crowd of champions, Bekele stood out. Under the guidance of coach Tolosa Kotu and inspired by national icon Haile Gebrselassie, Kenenisa's raw speed was honed into controlled power. And soon, the barefoot boy from Bekele would step onto the world stage.
Welcome. Today we dive behind the records to explore the man Kenenisa Bekele truly is, beyond gold medals and world records. Let's uncover the untold personality of one of history's greatest distance runners.
By the early 2000s, the world began to take notice. A quiet storm was brewing in long-distance running, and his name was Kenenisa Bekele. In 2001, Bekele made his mark by smashing the junior world record in the 3,000 meters. But that was just the beginning. In 2002, he made history by becoming the first man ever to win both the short and long course titles at the World Cross Country Championships in the same year. He didn't stop there. He repeated that double victory not once, but 3 years in a row, a feat that remains unmatched. Then came the 2004 Athens Olympics. The pressure was high, the eyes of Ethiopia were watching. Kenenisa delivered, gold in the 10,000 meters, and just days later, silver in the 5,000 meters. But it was in Beijing, 2008, that Bekele proved his greatness beyond all doubt. Gold in both the 5,000 and 10,000 meters, a rare Olympic double, executed with absolute dominance. And between those Olympic triumphs, he shattered world records that stood for years. 5,000 meters, 12:37.35, and 10,000 meters, 26.617.53 inches. Kenenisa Bekele was no longer just a national hero. He was a global icon, arguably the greatest long-distance runner the track had ever seen. After conquering the track, Kenenisa set his sights on the next frontier, the marathon. In 2014, he made his marathon debut in Paris and won it, clocking 2 hours 5 minutes and 4 seconds. A stunning start to his new chapter. The transition wasn't easy. The marathon is a different beast, demanding not just speed, but patience, strategy, and grit over 42 kilometers. But Bekele rose to the challenge. At the 2016 Berlin Marathon, he delivered one of the greatest performances of all time. 2 hours 3 minutes and 3 seconds, just 6 seconds shy of the world record. And then came Berlin, 2019. At 37 years old, he ran 2 hours 1 minute and 41 seconds, only 2 seconds behind Eliud Kipchoge's world record. The world was stunned. A runner many thought past his prime had almost reclaimed the crown. Even into his 40s, Bekele has refused to fade. In 2023, he ran 2 hours 4 minutes and 19 seconds in Valencia. breaking the Masters world record for athletes over 40. He may not race as often, injuries may come and go, but when he runs, the world still watches. Behind the medals and marathons lies a man deeply rooted in family and culture. In 2007, Kenenisa married Danawit Gebreግዚabher, a well-known Ethiopian TV personality. The couple shares a quiet, private life in Addis Ababa, raising their children away from the spotlight. While little is publicly known about their children, those close to the family describe Bekele as a loving father, humble, grounded, and deeply committed to his roots. Despite global fame and fortune, Bekele lives modestly. No mansions, no flashy headlines, just family, training, and the occasional media appearance. His public persona may be quiet, but those who know him say his heart is loud with pride for his family, his country, and his people. And even with the demands of training and competition, he still finds time to give back, supporting local races, mentoring young athletes, and serving as a symbol of what's possible. Kenenisa Bekele isn't just a champion on the track, he's also built a legacy off it. With decades of dominance, Bekele has amassed an estimated net worth of between $5 to $6 million. His earnings stem from Olympic and World Championship prize money, lucrative appearance fees, and major sponsorship deals, most notably with Nike. But unlike many elite athletes, Bekele's lifestyle is not about flash. He owns property in Ethiopia, drives luxury cars, and invests in businesses quietly, particularly in real estate, agriculture, education, hotel and sports development. He's also a partner in several initiatives aimed at growing athletics in Africa, showing a commitment to legacy, not just luxury. For Kenenisa, wealth is measured not just in dollars or medals, but in impact, in family, in the next generation of champions. Even legends face trials, and for Kenenisa Bekele, the road was never without bumps. As new stars emerged, Mo Farah on the track, Eliud Kipchoge on the road, Bekele found himself in unfamiliar territory, chasing rather than leading. Injuries plagued his transition to the marathon. Long absences, missed starts, doubted by media, written off by critics. But time and again, he rose, he trained harder, pushed deeper. His 2016 Berlin comeback was one of the greatest marathon performances in history. And in 2019, he came within 2 seconds of the world record. It wasn't just a fast run, it was a message: I'm not done yet. The world hoped for a clash between Bekele and Kipchoge, the two marathon kings. But injuries and missed opportunities meant the ultimate showdown never happened. Still, Bekele's legacy is unshaken. His record stood for over a decade. His comebacks inspired millions. And through every setback, he never stopped running. As of 2025, Kenenisa Bekele remains a living legend, still running, still pushing boundaries, even in his 40s. In December 2023, at the age of 41, he shocked the world once again, running 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 19 seconds in Valencia. Not only did he place among the world's best, but he also set a Masters world record, proving that age is no match for greatness. Today, Bekele splits his time between training, family life, and mentoring Ethiopia's next generation of athletes. He's also expressed interest in coaching, sports diplomacy, and growing Ethiopia's presence in global athletics. While his days of breaking world records may be behind him, Bekele's journey is far from over. He remains a fierce competitor, a national hero, and a global ambassador for long-distance running. Still inspiring, still writing his legacy. In a career spanning over 2 decades, Kenenisa Bekele has not only broken records, he's broken limits. From the dirt roads of Bekoji, to the roar of Olympic stadiums, to the elite, to the Olympic podiums of Athens and Beijing, to the finish lines of Berlin and Valencia, his footsteps have echoed across the globe. For millions in Ethiopia and beyond, he is more than a champion. He is proof that greatness can rise from humble beginnings. His legacy is not just in medals, but in memories. Not just in records, but in the runners he's inspired. To his rivals, he's a standard. To his fans, a hero. And to the sport of distance running, he's a legend. Kenenisa Bekele may not always run in the spotlight anymore, But every stride he's ever taken still carries the rhythm of excellence. Because true greatness never fades, it endures.